Hello, everyone. My name is Matt Rednauer with Great River Human Resources, and today I have the pleasure of speaking with Luke Duenser, employee benefits consultant with Hausmann Group and a valued partner sponsor of GRHRA. And Luke, how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing great, Matt. How are you?
Doing all right. It's the weekend after I guess, or it's after the first weekend of March Madness, so getting back into the swing of things. Sounds like you, when we were chatting there earlier, had quite the weekend filled with March Madness yourself there.
We did a little bracket. My family celebrates Christmas as March Madness, and instead of trying to get together over the busy holidays. So a lot of stimulus with a lot of kids running around, and a lot of trash talking about our favorite teams and who was doing well, and probably more importantly, who was not doing well at the bottom of our standings.
Yeah, I need to convince my family to do Christmas that way. I think it's a fantastic idea. But right now, we're not there yet, but let me give it a go and I'll try. So,
Highly
Luke,
recommend it. If you need me to put in a good word for that, let me know. I'll gladly write an email for you.
certainly. So, Luke, and those of you who are listening, this is us doing our Ignite HR Hot Seat, which gives opportunity for our valued listeners to learn more about our valuable sponsors. And Luke, are you prepared to hop into the hot seat today, or I'll call it the lukewarm seat?
Lukewarm. See, I am. I'm ready to jump in.
All right. So, first question I have for you, Luke, why did you get into the benefits consulting industry?
Well, honestly, I got into it because I didn't. It was kind of when how should I say, when I started in insurance, I was doing both property and casualty and benefits, and I didn't get excited about insuring a roof or a piece of equipment, but helping people with their employees was much more exciting to me. Honestly, that's kind of what steered me that way and has kept me in the business because people are what make our world go around. We're the one, even if they are making something tangible, we need good employees, and so um, that was important to me. And working with and having relationships with people was, keeps me fulfilled every day. Honestly.
You know what's funny is you and I have the exact same story on how I got it. I also work in part of the benefits world, and yes, I was doing the same exact thing that you were, and how I took it was I felt more. It was more rewarding on the drive home every day when I made a difference,
Yeah.
helping somebody rather than doing the
Yes,
other.
absolutely. When somebody calls me, even if it's something as simple as, "Hey, is this provider in network or is this out of network or we need some help with some ID cards," that is much more exciting to me than can you help me list this vehicle we just bought, as an example. That's important and needs to be done, but it's just not something I get excited about. So
I can completely relate to that. So Luke, and for those who are listening, you were one of the newer partner sponsors, if you
I
will,
am.
of GRHRA. What was reasoning for joining, and elaborate a little further on that for us.
Sure. Well, I had a friend who's actually a counterpart of yours when I had reached out to on frankly, a sales call, and I was looking to get involved and in a SHRM chapter. And she said, "Well, why don't you come check out GRHRA?" I'm like, "Okay." And through some of the initial conversations and just the research and some of the activities and the general uh, approach GRHRA takes as far as involvement and ability to serve and connect. That's why I joined because it was much more active, to put it plainly, than some of the other ones I had researched. And candidly, now that am involved, a lot of people have become some pretty good relationships, and just a very very short amount of time.
Yeah, I completely agree. And this goes for all of our partner sponsors, but is all of them really want to give back to the community and
Exactly.
make a difference rather than just sponsor one single event. They're all wanting to be really active year round and really make a difference for
Sure.
for all of our members. So thank you again.
You're welcome. Yeah, being able to give back, and I know that sounds a little cliche, especially coming from a salesperson, I get it. But that was really important to me, and not just to be able to attend a meeting, but actually um, figure out what people are in need of and get connected, but also connect with other people and help them connect, whether it's on a job, compliance issues. I love doing that stuff.
Oh, absolutely. So, what this goes hand in hand with the next question. What really gets you passionate about HR?
Ironically, you know, some people would say, well, it's insurance, but honestly, it's the compliance piece of it, and making sure the law. I mean, I'm not a lawyer by any means, but I love looking into compliance and whether it's a checklist, a contract, on some of those insurance policies that we're implementing. Um, Compliance is a ton of fun.
Yeah.
I explain it to people and they kind of glaze over, but I love it. And maybe in my next life I'll be an attorney of some sort. But right now I'll just stick with this.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean it's incredibly valuable to pay attention to the details there, and that's what often people are not looking at, and somebody's got to do that and
Exactly. The
make a
devil's in
huge,
the details.
yeah, make a huge impact on an employee, the employer, all around there.
Yep.
So next question I have for you, since you do work in employee benefits and often and probably all day long, we're talking about better outcomes for the employees and health. So what do you do to stay healthy and be your best version for your clients?
Sure. One of the things I love to do, from a mental side, I try to read. Although this weekend I took a little bit of a hit watching a lot of basketball, but
Gonna put the
try to read.
subtitles on. Gonna put the subtitles on, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I wish I could say I did that. I was not too diligent. I like to work out and be physically active. I just think that's helpful for not only my physical health but my mental and emotional health. And I think being active socially, and just maintaining a lot of relationships, you know, outside of work. Um, but as I've gotten older, and now doing this 20 plus years, I can't believe that's happened now, but I could say 20 years. The whole goal, that always wanted to work with people that uh, could become my friends. And honestly, like that's happened now. And so just being able to be friends and just make sure I stay healthy as well as they stay healthy, they're remaining healthy too.
I would completely agree with that. Is also working in sales. You just want to work with people that you get along with. You know,
Exactly.
not even sales. It's I want to be friends with you. If
Yes.
there's something that needs to be addressed, I want to help advise you accordingly. And yeah, being friends is
Yeah.
the most important thing there.
Early on in my career, that was definitely not the case. But as I've gotten older and more experienced, it's life's too short. So it's much more fun to work with people that you like.
Oh yeah. So you mentioned you like to work out. Are you more of a like a YMCA or an Anytime Fitness, or are you a CrossFit?
Sure.
What's your
Um,
preference there?
Having been a former basketball player and cardio was important at the time. I'm not a big cardio person, so CrossFit is something I've tried, but not something I've wanted to continue. So I go to
Yeah.
the local YMCA, and love to do some free weights, do some cardio that way, but um, kind of do it on my own, and anything I can pick up from social media as far as some workouts and stuff like that. But nothing too regimented like CrossFit or anything like that. Although I envy and admire those people that can do that because
Oh yeah.
they're amazing.
Yeah. I'm a YMCA person too. So
Okay.
also tried the CrossFit and my shoulder said no. So
Oh, really?
yeah, my shoulder said no. And but yeah, Luke, thank you for taking time to let us learn a lot more about you,
Sure.
and for everyone listening, Luke attends quite a few events with GRHRA if you certainly want to meet with him and learn more. If this is your first time listening to one of our Ignite HR hot seats and you'd like to learn more about GRHRA, just go to grhra.org and take a look at some of our upcoming events. And Luke, once again, thank you, and I hope you have a fantastic week. All right.
You as well, and I appreciate the opportunity to join you this morning.